Hi everybody, Victor here, and today I will present you my Delta 3D printer, and I will do a little overview, a little rundown of the modifications that I made to the original design and, well, how it all worked out. So this printer is originally a Kossel Mini clone by a Chinese manufacturer called He 3D. I got that about 2 years ago. It was, I think, just about under $400 shipped. And from there on, well, I printed with it and I started step by step to kind of improve the printer. So let me just do a rundown there, and we'll start from the bottom. So first up, down here, you'll see the main Kossel frame parts. These parts are made of aluminium, and I got them from a, again, Chinese store called Robodig. They tend to have stuff at a very cheap price, but again, their shipping costs are quite high, so you should bulk order something to get the shipping cost very low. These aluminium extrusion parts here are rather great. The only problem with them is, as you can see here, the hole they made is a little bit too deep, so I had to use some washers to be able to lock the T-nuts in the 2020 aluminium extrusions rods. Next up, here's the standard screen, wrap screen, nothing special there. This switch is for the fan, and I'll get to that in a second. And down here, obviously, I'll take that off in a second. The classic electronics Arduino Plus ramps, all wired up with a lot of mess, and if you can see that because of the lighting, there is a fan back there just to keep it cool. Now next up, I wanted to dampen vibration and therefore noise as I was improving the printer. So what I did is I screwed a few rubber pieces between the motors. Please focus. There you go. Between the motors and the aluminium frame. Now these pieces are the standard rubber you would put inside your kitchen cupboard to not make it bump. And they are made of quite a stiff rubber, so they are perfect for this matter. And I have them now installed for about 3 months, and you can see there's actually no wobble whatsoever. But the printer is really quiet, so I'm getting like 36 decibel when I'm printing, and that's good because I have it inside my room and I don't want it to be too noisy. Now, looking up a little bit more, we have the linear movement made up by these brackets who hold the 8mm rods, and then up here, well, the classic carriage. Now, these carriages, so these carriages are self-designed, self-made, self-printed, and well, they hold the element 8 U-bearing in there. Let's see if we can get it focused. There you go. Much better. And then there is the holder for the rods, nothing special there. The belt. I've got a little belt tensioner made of steel down there, so I'm not using the standard spring because I don't like those. They tend to make this whole thing very elastic, and that's not good. And then there is that little screw on the top, which I use to calibrate the printer, as I have my end stops up there. I don't know if you can see that. That's my end stop. There it is. And I have those up top, and the screw actually bumps against them, so I can just screw it down or up as I want. Next up, this latch here is great because I can, please focus, camera, please focus, there you go, because I can attach the flying extruder. So this flying extruder is, well, it looks really clumsy, but it works great. It's the extruder that the original Delta Kossel Mini clone had on there, and well, it works. I basically put it in this position, in this flying extruder position, to shorten the Bowden tube to the hot end assembly, and that works great. Moreover though, I had to overcome the problem that it was difficult to pull out filament automatically. And this is why, I don't know if you can see this, there is this Bowden tube running and running and running around the printer up to the back here, where I have a non-focusable part. There you go. I have the Bowden tube come out, I have a filament cleaner, and then there is the spool, and the motor will actually pull, the extruder motor, pull the filament from below to reduce friction with the filament holder, and that works out really great. Now, next up, the hot end effector assembly. Now, I knew I was not going to print stuff like ABS because I don't have a heated bed. I'm really quite fine with PLA. So I just got the E3D Lite 6. It works great. Then I have the classic E3D fan on the back there, the red one there, that's just classic. I have another fan on there, and this fan is actually hooked up to a different power supply. It's hooked up to a power supply that I salvaged from my old laptop, and this thing is a beast. This is why I can also print quite long bridges, and well, it works really great for little models or for tops or, well, whatever. Then next there is the elastic bands, the classic thing of the wobble that the Kossel Mini, well, tends to have. So these tend to reduce the wobble quite a bit. It's difficult to see right now because obviously the motor are off, but really he doesn't wobble a lot, and that gives me quite a nice print quality. Speaking of print quality though, I will show you some of my models. So starting here from the first model that I printed, this is the calibration cat. Came out really nicely. Just a 20 by 20 cat, a little bit more exciting test than just a standard calibration cube. And the detail on this is great, by the way. Look at that. That was printed at a 0.2 layer height. Next up, the most classic of all prints, the 3D Pantry. Now this one actually really turned out great, and you see that also the hole in the back there is visible. There's little but no stringing, there's no under extrusion. I was super happy with this one. Next up, I went on printed the gears, the standard elliptical gears with no center pivot. Well, just a standard print, turned out great. And for the biggest model that I printed yet, I've got Aria the Dragon by Luby. And if I can turn the camera here, hopefully you'll see that in video. This is the whole statue. I printed this in 3 parts and it turned out really nice. The detail on this is stunning, the model is great, so I had really fun with this printing. So this was my little rundown of my Kossel Mini, custom Kossel Mini kind of, and I hope you liked it. If you have any suggestions, then please leave a comment. If you liked the video, leave a like, and well, thanks for watching.